Here we are, example number 2. Calculate the volume of this right square pyramid. So you'll notice that we have this nice drawing over here. Nice little diagram that shows us our square-based pyramid. So this is going to measure 2 by 2 down here, which is nice and easy for us, except that the picture gives us this dimension being 7 feet. And remember, that is our slant height, not the height of our pyramid. The height of our pyramid for volume goes from the apex down to the center on the inside of that pyramid. And this forms a right triangle at the base down here. So remember, we're going to end up with a right triangle that looks something like this down the middle of our pyramid, with this slant height being 7. And this distance down here, being half of 2, which is just 1. So we can use Pythagoras to calculate the height. So, and the reason we need that is if we look at our, formula again, volume is equal to 1/3 area of base times my height. Area of my base is a square base, so it's base squared, times my height. But in our triangle, we're given slant height, so we have to use Pythagoras first to calculate that height. So I can do that. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. We have the hypotenuse already, so that's going to be 7 squared. Well, that's too messy. We have the hypotenuse already, is equal to 1 squared plus B squared. 49 is equal to 1 plus B squared. Subtract 1, 48 is equal to B squared. That is an 8. B is equal to the square root of 48, which works out to 6.928203. So there is my height of that rectangular square-based pyramid. That goes there. So 1/3. My base is 2. My height is 6.928203. Punch that in your handy dandy calculator. Works out to 9.237643. And if I round that to our nearest 2 decimal places, 9.24. My units, they're in feet. It's volume. It's cubed. Example number 2. Maybe I can squeeze example number 3 into this video. Sure I can. Determine the volume of a right rectangular pyramid with base dimensions 3.6 and 4.7 and a height of 6.9. So what we have to imagine, and what I usually do if I can't see a picture, is I quickly draw one. Oops, that's squiggly. One side, there's the rest of my base. This goes back like this. This comes like this. And this is why I don't do this on the board. There's my pyramid. Has a one dimension being 3.6, the other dimension being 4.7, and a height of, tells us 6.9. Down to the middle there, this is 6.9. So the good thing is, or the beauty is, that we don't have to do any extra calculations. We have our values. I go to my formula, and this is where volume is equal to 1/3 area of base times height. This is where area of base comes in a little bit handy. This is a rectangular shaped base. Area of a base of a rectangle is length times width. So I can replace that. Volume is equal to 1/3 times length times width times my height. Substitute in all my values. 1/3, 3.6, 4.7, 6.9. Punch that into my handy dandy calculator. 238.416. Round to 2 decimal places, not 2. 38.42. My units were meters. This is volume, so it's cubed. Nice quick one.